Good afternoon. Apologies, we're a little bit late. Some technical issues prevented us going live at 1 o'clock. Dodgy internet and stuff like that. But it's sorted. We are here on the day Everton have released their home kit. Did say yesterday it was imminent. 23-24. What are your initial thoughts, Pedro? Do you like it? Do you not like it, or are you not really bothered?
Yeah, it's alright. Sponsor's awful. Kit's pretty nice.
What, 20 million big ones.
Awful sponsor. Awful. The sooner we can get rid of it, the better. It's terrible. It's terrible. No, the kit's nice. Mine's been 94 kit.
That was a relegation season as well.
Yeah, it's easy a relegation season.
Yeah, I like it. I quite like it. I think I'd have liked it a bit more if it would have had the chevrons down the sleeve, I must admit, from the collared diamonds. But fair play.
I like the way
they
try to hide the chevrons. I like that.
Do you?
Yeah. Not a massive fan of chevrons. Well, they're just
All right.
just a thing, aren't they? They're not Everton, they're just for the Hummel, aren't they? So
Yeah, but the Umbro ones were, and it was...
Umbro was cool.
You fell out with Steak. You fell out with Hummel.
I fell out with Hummel. I don't like steak one bit. Never have liked steak one bit. It's awful. It's absolutely awful.
It's too big as well, isn't it?
Awful. Just an awful sponsor.
But it looks nice.
Yeah, it is.
It looks nice.
Smart kit.
I'd have blue socks with it personally as well, but I imagine it's blue, white. Done a couple of polls just to test the water with these things, like you do. The one on YouTube, it's had nearly 600 votes on that one in the hour or whatever it was, and that's 74% of people like it, which is good. Our one on Twitter, 84% of people like it, and our Premier members done that one as well. No, I didn't do one on there, or did I? No, didn't do one on there. But it's a lot of people like it, and that's good. That's always a good start, a good starting point for the club. The biggest thing for me is who plays in it. That's what I'm more worried about. Who's wearing said kit? Looks like Victor Gyökeres is about to sign for Sporting Lisbon, 20 million euro. Looks like he's going there. Some people are very disappointed with that, but nobody else, no other Premier League clubs coming from either of these. So, you have to look at it like that. And 20 million on that, I'm unsure of.
Yeah.
There was something just on the ground. I've just seen it before. Dan Meese was following on from this thing of, Goodison's atmosphere and won't be able to create it. And seen people yesterday on the phone, on our club call saying we can't move in November because we might be in a relegation battle and we might need Goodison to keep us up. Jermaine Pennant, that well-known Everton expert, he'd said, I worry about Everton just moving to the new stadium if it's not got the same atmosphere as Goodison. But Dan Meese has tweeted and said, I'm going to go on record that Bramley Moor will quickly gain recognition as one of the most intimidating grounds in the Premier League. Just look at the proximity to the pitch and how close the roof is to the seating. Compared to, say, the Emirates, it will be deafening. Yeah. And it was always designed, the stadium, in this way to be. That was one of the things. It had to be right on top of the pitch.
I've seen this a few times about the ground, and people looking at their own opinions. As I said this yesterday. I understand the emotional pull, but this thing of like the home crowd makes me laugh. What did we win the second half season? 3 home games.
Think so. Hang on.
Brentford, Leeds, and Bournemouth, and Arsenal. Four.
That was a lot.
There you go. No. 4 home games in the second half of the season, and people are saying, "Oh, if we're in a relegation fight, it's because we're crap at home." It's as simple as that. It's what we have been for the last 2 seasons.
Oh, well, that's what I said yesterday. If we're in a relegation battle in November, it means Goodison's played no part in us winning home games anyway. So maybe a change of scenery will help. So yeah, I personally wouldn't be looking at it like that. But it's good that Dan Meese's tweeted that as well,
Yeah.
just to reiterate to people, it's been designed to make it intimidating.
Exactly.
Because that was what Goodison, that was what they wanted to take from Goodison Park.
That's
So
exactly right.
people just need to, I'd never tell people how to think, but you need to be reassured, that's probably the best way to put it, that this new stadium has been designed with that in mind. It isn't just like a soulless, or like the West Ham, the London Stadium, which is like miles away from the pitch and stuff. This was it's been built on top of the pitch. And I had a look, actually, I read the full Colin Cheong statement, or press release, whatever you want to call it, which was it was good for what it was. But there's a lot of pictures on there as well of Bramley-Moore. It's just like, it's starting to look brilliant, like, looks like that thing, but lots of stuff from the inside as well, which you wouldn't expect. So looking out and stuff, where the corporate stuff is going to be and that, and it shows you how far along it is. But it does then make me go, how's it still going to take another 17
I would
months
love to know.
complete?
I would love to know what the best case scenario is. Genuinely would.
With good wind and all that, everything, everything perfect.
So I've got this video. You've seen it. I'm sure the people have seen it. A video which shows the ground build from the outside. It's the one Everton use, and I always look at that because it's got it exactly on track.
Yeah.
So if I look at that video now going into July, it's exactly. There's a few things different. So it might be like, say.
Well, Barry, who does the videos, he put a thing out last night, similar thing, but where each stage was up to, and I think there was 6, and I think 3 or 4 of them are up, are ahead. One's behind, but the other one's where it is. So that would indicate to me it's
but on the video it'll go. So it'll be like, it might be like, well, on one side it should have 4, but it's only got 3. But on the other side it's got 3 instead of 2. It's like there's a slight unbalance to it. But it's exactly where it's supposed to be. And on my video that I've got, the ground is complete in August.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
So I was looking last night at the Spurs stuff.
Yeah.
Spurs announced on March the 8th, 2019, that there was going to be 2 test events.
Yeah.
The way, and the first game was April the 3rd. So it took them less than a month to announce the test events, have the test events, and go into the first Premier League game. Yeah. So let's say best case scenario, Everton got the stadium 1st of September. Well, then Everton could be in the ground 1st of October. Yeah. If we box our fixtures...
See, that to me is not mid-season.
Exactly. So I would... And I understand the idea of saying, but it could be a bad winter. Well... By this winter, though, most of the outside's done. I know they've got to do the roof and do all that. I get that, so that'll be a big part of it. But I'd just like to know that. Listen, if someone's saying around and go, listen, it's going to be January, February, then fair enough. I get that. I get why people go, just wait. Just wait. I get that. But if it's early on the season, I just think people are terrified to cut the cord. I really do. I think people are just really, really scared. So they don't really want to leave. And the idea, as the idea is getting closer and closer, they're finding more and more excuses to stay. And this idea to me of new season, clean break and all that, I don't get it. I don't get it personally. I don't get it. But that's fair enough. That's it. That's fair.
I know, but a lot of people would say it's like the old, I'll start my diet on January the 1st, isn't it? You could do it at any time, but people like that. Or from Monday I'll start. It's people like that. That's the starting point. So I get playing at Goodison on the 10th of October and playing at Bramley-Moore on the 4th of November. They'd be like, what? But there is, like you said, there would be all that time between. And people are going to me, well, hang on, how come we have test events? There wouldn't be any time. You can have test events on a Wednesday night and play Goodison on a Saturday, can't you? Do you know what I mean? It doesn't have to be, you have to stop at Goodison, then have test events, then start at the new stadium. The test events can run concurrently with your games at Goodison Park. So there is ways, but I just thought it was interesting that Dan Meese had tweeted that. I thought it was good because he was just reminding everyone what the big thing was straight from the off.
And all the other stuff I appreciate as well. Like, you know, when people talk about like logistics and all that, and like, you know, our ticketing situation and all that, I understand all that. But that's for Everton to figure out anyway. Everton have to figure out how they take all the season tickets that are Goodison, season ticket holders at Goodison now, and move them over. That's something they have to figure out. And that should be part of the test events anyway. So it's just something they need to figure out.
Yeah, absolutely.
So if they have to figure that out during the season and they use the test events for that, then so be it. That's just the way it is, isn't it?
Absolutely. Patrick says, lovely shirt apart from steak. Phantom gaming streams, nail on the head. Still unbeaten, boys. He's right. 1 defeat since April. Remember that?
Unbeaten in this kit.
Unbeaten in this kit. That is correct. Ben says, love the shirt. However, the button section by the neck looks a little cheap. Mike, they haven't given us a kit for ages. They let us film with a kit that had to be returned last season.
Did they give us the blue one
and
last
the year
year?
before.
Yeah, we never got.
Oh, did we? Oh, okay.
Yeah, we got the blue one last year. We never got the pink one because it was Tom Davis, and the third kit they never even.
And we never got it. No, they'd had the cob on by then because we said in Minnesota they were crap. So, but mate, it's what 60. If we really want one for them, we'll just buy one. It's irrelevant. Not bothered about that. Ian says, I'd pay an extra tenner not to have the steak logo on. Could be a money spinner for Everton. I mean, seen this before. Should they do enough? I guess it'll come down against a cost though.
It's in the contract.
It's contract that there has to be on it. So could Everton charge an extra? People will kick off over that. You might be quite happy to pay it in, but I imagine if Everton had a section which was just the home kit with no sponsor on, that was like say 7. I know the shirt's 65 for a men's home kit, isn't it? A men's home shirt, which is great. It's gonna set me back a lot for Zach. If it was like an extra tenner or a $5 for a plain one, I reckon the club would get ripped by people that ripped the club for that as well.
I know West Ham were doing. They were doing like when they had a couple of years ago. They were doing like a extra large boys kits, so it didn't have to sponsor them, so it fit men. Yeah, because loads of people wanted it, so that's how they got around it.
And yet Zach wants to sponsor them.
I know, kids are weird, aren't they?
They just want it to look.
I seen a thing yesterday, actually. I seen a video yesterday of the Villa fans hate their sponsor, this new sponsor. They hate it. Yeah. It's like ours. It's like a gambling company. Company.
Won't be for much longer, will it? Because you can't do it.
No, but they hate it. It looks ugly. It's like ours. It just looks ugly.
I think United's one looks terrible. But anyway, carry on.
And some lad was just basically showing you he does all the kits. He's a bit like Rich. He does the kits.
Yeah.
And he was showing people how to take the... Basically, he just got the new kit, put like a press on it that you have in the club shop, done it twice, and by the second time, the sponsor had just gone. So I'm sure it was stuck to the inside of the heat press. But he showed it, how to get rid of it. So, I mean, I don't advise that.
Did it not the top, though?
No, it just pulled it straight off. So that shows how shoddily done they are. And Everton will have loads of kits without that sponsor on, because I know last season's there's still loads on classic football shirts that they would have got either off Everton or Hummel without the sponsor on. There's loads of training kit without the sponsor as well that you can get from classic football shirts.
Yeah.
They should give us a discount code.
Jakey Boy says the best shirt we've had since 15-16.
No, it is a nice shirt.
Stephen Lee says love the shirt, only issues the stake logo, and now we just need players in the shirt. Yeah. Tom says kit looks great, but as a player, I always found collars really uncomfortable. I never mind the collars. Put mine up. There you go.
Will Sliney's in the comments. He said, bring back the green kit. I wonder why, Will. Will? Why do you like the green kit so much, Will? In fact, we've still got your picture in here somewhere. No, he's the one he done with the green kit.
The actual,
so it was a Marvel. It's around here. So it's like a Marvel thing.
Yeah, belter.
I've seen he's doing something actually. He's doing something for MLS, I think.
Is he?
Will, because they've got a Marvel collab going on. And I believe Will mentioned something because he'd done I seen a picture. I'd never seen that picture before. I had a picture of Messi holding a Marvel comic cover that he'd obviously drawn. Messi's holding it.
It's amazing.
So I don't know what he's doing. I don't know if he can let us know. Yeah.
Good lad, Will.
Well, of course. Oh, he's a good lad to you, yeah? Yeah, good times. Good times.
We did have good times. Driving that Millennium Falcon.
Yeah, good
my
times.
Friend, we had good times.
Living your childhood dream.
Tremendous.
You and Harrison Ford, who Ned wants to batter.
Oh, great times. Great times. It was good when Will was involved. Everton were good. Get back in, Will.
Get back in, Will.
Come on. Only you can save us. You and Alan Myers and Moussa Dembele. The only three that can save us.
I've just got visions of Princess Leia. Now going, only you can save us, Will.
No, I was going to save us. No, I won't. Gordon absolutely loves the kit. Phil Higgins. The first negative one, yeah. It says, looks like it's been thrown together at the last minute. Not sure.
I don't think they are thrown together at the last minute.
Gareth says, hello, lads. Can I just say, I really like the new kit. Love the little details on the collar and sleeve. Love it. All blue kit for me. It's like you, innit?
Yeah.
Enrico.
The shorts, the shorts and socks in blue.
We're going to disagree here, Enrico. Me, you and Ped, I think.
Go on.
Nice to have our badge back on it. Really didn't like the tower look.
I mean, the badge was on the home kit last season. It was only the third kit that it wasn't.
I think they should just have made a bigger tower, and that's all it should be on the kits.
I think so as well. I think so.
The Blues, yeah, fair. I understand I'm in the minority here, but the sponsor doesn't bother me, to be honest. As long as the sponsor serves its purpose as a money maker, I just forget about it. But we have to, don't we? Let's be honest, we have to, because that's our chief. That's our chief income bringer, apart from the TV, TV money. Whether we like it or not, a lot of us don't like it. The stake deal for Everton is actually very good. It's actually a good. It's a good deal.
It's just an awful logo.
But people don't like it, and I get it. Absolutely get it. Yeah, a lot of people just don't like the stake. Don't like the kit, just don't like the logo. Nice, and then moving on, obviously, we had a little Gyökeres chat in there as well. The Blue says 20 mil is nothing. Oh, hang on, where are we? It's a response to Gareth. Makes you think, Gareth said, makes you think, how much did we offer Victor Gyökeres? 20 mil is nothing. Why have we not just done that first? I don't think Everton have offered anything for him, to be perfectly honest. I know Ojogo was saying Everton had the bid turned down, but I'm not convinced that's accurate. He might have made an inquiry. 20 million for us isn't nothing, sadly, Gareth, and we have to have a look at what we have available. You've also got to look at how the deal's structured as well. Coventry might want 10 million up front, and Everton might be like, we haven't got that yet, or whatever. But don't forget, it's Coventry with the Sporting deals, 20 million euros, plus 5 million add-ons, plus 35% of the sell-on fee. Everton shouldn't be agreeing to any deal that says the other team gets 35% of the sell-on, should they? No, so... But we'll see. Nick says they've got blue alternative socks, shorts and socks in the club shop if you don't fancy the white ones. Yeah, I just wish our home kit, this is just me, and I get a lot of people won't agree with me, and that's fine. But I just wish our home kit was blue top, white shorts, blue socks. And I've said this before, and again at the risk of boring everyone, but you're here every day, so you must be not bothered by me boring you. I loved the dark socks we had in 2014-15, I think it was. I loved that. The khaki with that was the button top on it, and we had the dark socks. I absolutely loved that home kit. And I just love Everton in blue.
First Umbro one to come back, wasn't it?
Yeah, I loved it. Fabric. Jakey Boy says Gyökeres will score 20 plus goals in Portugal, but he was never scoring more than 12 in the Prem. I just think it's interesting that nobody else went in for him either. No not just Everton, like no other Premier League club, it seems. That nobody else was bit for a bidding.
I just think he's one of those players that people are scared to miss out on. I
He's
honestly,
25.
I honestly,
he looks like a good player.
I honestly haven't seen enough of him to go. Oh,
he's not. I know he gets there, but he's not like pace. You know, like real.
Scout
pacey.
reporter aren't
No.
hugely impressive.
No.
And I think it is. I think it is just one of those things. If people are a little bit scared to miss out on him, thinking, oh, if someone gets him and he turns out to be brilliant, I think.
But at 25
Exactly,
already.
Yeah. You know, if he was like 22, you go, oh yeah, he's one, but 25.
Brighton had them and let him move on, didn't he?
Can we take risks like that? That's the thing, isn't it?
Yeah. It's great if you've got like a settled team or a settled squad and you've got money and you're doing all right, you can go and get them kind of players then and go, actually, yeah, he comes in, he's a nice addition to our squad here. But just right now, we all know the position we're in, aren't we? But it's, you know, it's July the 1st on Saturday, new financial year on Saturday for Everton. So hopefully the purse strings are loosened again. But so far, also seeing is people going out the club, so that kind of tells you where everything is up to. And I just think 20 million and a 35% sell-on clause is not a deal that I find attractive. So we'll see. Kev Murphy says, all right, lads, hope you're good. You reckon you can contact the club when the ground nearly finished to give you some good content? I'm sure they will. They'll want all that, won't they, as we move forward.
Just while we're,
go on.
While we're talking about the kits, though, the goalie kit, I really like the detail, the St. Luke's detail in it.
Is that what it is?
Yeah.
It looks like... It
just looks the windows on St. Luke's.
It just looks a bit like a Portaloo. But fair play.
No, it doesn't. No.
John 3 says, agree, Baz, blue, white, blue for me. Gavin Johnson says, a lot of Gyökeres goals are penalties. The Blues, there's a good point. Says, I think people are just seeing how Tony and Watkins are doing and then think Gyökeres will do the same.
That's it.
Listen, you know what? He may well have done the same if we'd have got him. I'm just not totally sure. That's all. I think he's a good player. I watched him. Will says Messi signing for Everton confirmed. Wants more of my artwork. We all want more of your artwork. We want one for the studio, Will. Like a bespoke one for our studio. So there you go. Put that in your Marvel head and make it. He's far too busy.
TV shows.
Well, he is. He's a big, he's a big deal.
Shows.
But I appreciate him taking time out of his busy day to have a chat with us.
It's the new Heart Attack, essentially. It's Tony Hart.
Fair enough. Berticus, I apologise, said, I saw Gyökeres get boxed in by 19-year-old defenders at Blackburn. Could be a one-off, but I wasn't entirely convinced. There's a few, like, I know we obviously speak to people within the game, and a couple of other people within it who've watched them closely, and a couple of I've like watched them with the idea of maybe taking him. Just said, one of them just come away being unconvinced. But then he has scored goals as well, hasn't he? So you'd always listen. The Piv was in here yesterday, and he made an interesting thing, didn't he? Points of like how many people who get 20 odd goals in the Championship come into the Premier League and score over 10 goals. It's not that many. You know, Dwight Gale was amazing in the Championship. Pookie, amazing in the Championship, goal record wise. Dominic Solanke, 29 goals last season in the Championship. Sorry, the season before, and coming to the Premier League. Didn't get loads. Che Adams, I think he got 23 goals the year Southampton.
There's only really Mitrovic, but he'd
already had 2 awful seasons at Premier League level.
Bounced around, and also physically he's a big strong fella as well. So yeah, it's not easy.
Yeah. No Name says, I'm really surprised no one goes for Gift Orban. His hype is huge, but no serious interest in him. Blue says Orban. Yeah, he does look a player, but again, it's why aren't people making that jump then to them? Don't forget, these clubs have got all the data, all the scouting networks. there must be something. They must see something. Mustn't he? And just think, no, it's not worth it. Let's have a look. Make sure you hit the like button, hit the bell notification button as well. You get notified when we go live or when we post a new video. And also subscribe to the channel if you haven't. It really helps. Thanks a lot. Gary says, howdy. David Green, nice kit. Love the colour. Steve P says, I think it's decent, but that steak logo just ruins it for me. A retro style kit with steak.com will never look right to me. Pedder's right. The worst kit sponsor we've ever had. Can't wait till the betting sponsors are gone. You could make a 10 out of 10 kit and steak brings it down to 7 out of 10. I was looking at the Nike 2013 kit before with the collar with dreadlock, Rom and Chang. Just made it look so much. I hated Chang. Thought Chang was awful. Absolutely awful. Paul Catchell says, afternoon lads and fellow Blues. Kit's proper smart. Just needs some signings now to play in it. 2 goals for Gray on international duty. Yeah, he got a double, didn't he, yesterday? Surely that's another 30 million added onto his fee. Any idea when the Wigan tickets go on sale? No. I have no idea yet. Can't be. It won't be that much longer, Paul, then he'll be on sale. Stevie G78 said, if you could go back to any of our previous sponsors down the years, who would you have? It'd be NEC for me. NEC's a good one. And there was rumours that Everton were talking to NEC, wasn't it? Was it last year? Before Stake? Hafnia, not even a thing, I don't think. Well, they might still be a thing, I don't know. That because of like the pull of how good we were. But NEC, we won the league in as well. And obviously stuff for no European Cup because we were banned.
Simple, wasn't
but it was easy and easy on the eye. So yeah, NEC is a good one. I never liked Chang, I'll be honest.
I like the elephants.
Did you?
I like the mascot.
Fair play. Everton Viking says the material looks rather cheap and shiny, and I've always hated colours on footy shirts. Reminds me of the sports polo shirts my mate wear for golf. Not a fan. Feels fitting for a team fighting relegation though. See, you're full of the bloody joys of spring today, even though it's summer, aren't you? Hey. Lou says, afternoon lads, you spoke briefly yesterday about other clubs having a bigger presence and that you weren't a huge fan of Stake. Honestly, in my opinion, it's one of the best sponsors we've ever had in terms of increasing reach. All the streamers who are sponsored by Stake and have 50k plus live viewers are literally advertising Everton to the viewers as we are plastered all over their website.
Oh, we don't.
I mean, Lou, I'm not disagreeing with you because that might all be fact. I just think it's too big for a start. It dominates. I don't think a sponsor should ever dominate your shirt. I think if it was just a bit small, I know it's their style, but could they not have just shrunk it a little bit? You can still see what it is. Yeah, and listen, I've just said financially, I think it's the best sponsorship deal Everton have ever had. So therefore, that's a good thing, especially at this moment in time when we are counting the pennies and you know, breaking the piggy banks, looking for money. Mike Cosgrove says, think the kit looks smart and happy finally be able to shut Owen up. The goalkeeper kit, not too fond of. However, saw a great shout on Twitter with the church reference. It's the holy goalie. There you go, me neither. Well, yeah, holy as in good, holy not as in letting things through. Mark Mack says, all right, lads, off the back of the new kit launch, an idea of some content, rank your best and worst Everton kits of all time. Or even do other teams. Well, other teams would be a different video, wouldn't it? Different channel. On our More Than a Game channel is a good one. See, I think that's a really good one, and it's a really good one for Ped because he's the man. But we can do it, and he's the kit aficionado, I think, Ped. Loves all that. Stuart Thompson says, I cannot lie. Even the Stake logo does not spoil this kit. Fair play, Stuart. Everton Viking, not too bothered about Gyökeres. Never thought he quite had the ability to be a Premier League striker. Bit too fast-paced and physical for him. Portugal will suit him greatly. Yeah, you see, if I was him, I'd want to go to Portugal. Going to be playing near the top of the league, winning most weeks, passionate crowd, warm weather, win. Neil Stiles says, absolutely love the kit. Always important to me that the socks are white. He's gone to top fives when we were doing MLS, I think it is.
No, it's Everton's five most iconic kits.
Oh, okay. But I think you can do an updated one. I'm better.
Can I?
You just want to recycle the old content.
I'm just looking.
Fair play to you. I mean, that doesn't sum you up. Lazy. Question for Ped. Why do you think the zoo is animal prison? Yes, they're in captivity, but they're cared for and far away from the harsh kill or be killed environment of their African Asian homeland.
That's prison. That's what you've just described is prison.
What if it's good for them, though?
How can it be good for them? They're literally in prison. Their mental health is suffering every day because, number one, they are away from family and friends.
They might not.
Number two,
they might have friends.
They have.
What about when they have the friends reunited when they bring others in?
They've got a little yard to knock about in when they used to have like.
Have you been to Animal Kingdom?
When they used to have like the Serengeti.
Animal Kingdom's got a Serengeti.
So, it's prison, innit? They lose all their instincts of like how to get food.
But aren't they just adapting to like the way
prison?
We've adapted?
But
we used to have to sit out in tribes or gangs or whatever you want to clans.
We adapted.
Go and hunt. Well, they're adapting.
They're not adapting. They were put in prison. Like if we were put in prison.
Yeah, but if someone said I'm putting you in prison, but basically getting all your meals and it's laughing and you're in this massive thing
prison.
And you can do whatever you want.
That's called prison. That's literally called prison.
Okay. All right, you've answered. Kev Rex is without a doubt the ugliest home kit I've seen in years. Won't be buying this one.
Would you have bought it anyway?
Keith Hall says, great show yesterday, fellas. Listening to the shows in work this morning gave me a laugh. The future's bright, the future is Ned, as the old saying goes. God help us. Well said, Keith. Steve says, with Rice signing for Arsenal and Casido looking like he's joining Chelsea, realistically, no other club are paying what we want for Onana. I just don't see him leaving this season personally, which I'm fine with, as I think he'll be better than last season. The only worry for me is I just don't see how we're going to bring in the players we need desperately unless we sold them. What's the deal with the Anthony Gordon money? Did that just go towards lowering our losses? Or has it gone to the shadows? Well, it'll be used for something, won't it? This Arteta money and all that is the biggest. It's like, it's funny, but it's also nonsense, isn't it? That money went into running a football club the way it does. So Anthony Gordon's money is in this financial year, which will see Everton post a profit. Or, well, they should do if you actually do basic sums, because there's a big year dropping off as well. So that's where that's gone. It would have been used in January. Everton bid 24 million or something for Beto. So it would have been used had some teams have taken it, but understandably with 5 hours left of a window, clubs aren't likely to sell their players, are they? Unless they definitely want them out. So, yeah, we'll just have to see what happens. Onana, I wouldn't be surprised if West Ham paid 60 million for him, personally. Wouldn't surprise me in the slightest. It'd surprise me if he saw that as a step up. But it's London, isn't it? Because West Ham were crap last season, let's be fair. They done brilliantly in the Conference League, but they were crap. So it's not exactly a big step up for him. But they'd offer him probably way more money than he's on here, and it's London, so maybe they'll come in for him. Yeah, we'll see, won't we? Everton Vikings says 2 more days till we can buy with the new financial year. Let's see about that. Well, it quite clearly they are waiting, aren't they? They're waiting. So we'll see. Neil says, one more thing, I worry about Ned's mental health. He gets an awful time in the studio. Neil, this kid is he's massage. It looks like he's massaging his foot.
In his shorts, slides in his
access to the fridge full of cold drinks, taking the mickey out of us off thing.
There's not a shirt in there that I don't want, because they're all my shirts and I want them all.
You looked at me.
You won't give me a 5 for anything.
What do you want a classic shirt for? What do you want a classic
most of them
shirt
are all
for?
real. Most of them are all original shirts. You go anywhere near those shirt, and I will cut your bollocks off. No, you can't look at the shorts either.
I don't even think we've got shorts.
We haven't got shorts.
Anyway, Ned, that's another story. We'll talk about that after.
Large
Ned has a fine time, and mate, he plays into his character. That's what you've got to remember. Steve P says, I think we dodged the bullet with Gyökeres. 20 million for a 25-year-old striker from the Championship just shouldn't be happening. There's definitely a striker called Victor we should be signing, and it certainly ain't him. Yep.
Victor Van Doo.
Lou Riddle said also heard the rumour that the guy who owns Stake also owns a new streaming platform, Kick, is interested in stadium naming rights. The Kick Arena doesn't sound that bad. No, it doesn't. Matthew Barry says, afternoon lads, hope you're well. I'm 50-50 on the new kit. Okay. If you could take 3 players from the Championship, not last season's relegated sides, who would you take? Adebayo, oh no, he's in the Premier League. Okay. Adebayo with Luton, I like the look of. Very pacey and powerful, but he's in the Premier League, so it doesn't matter. It's a tough one, nah. See, I'd say, like, look at Sunderland and have, like, Jack Clark. He's a good player. He could come into our squad. Got an eye for goal. I know he's at Spurs, they can go perfect for him, obviously. Diallo. But he's obviously was on loan from United, but again, Everton, looking at him, I think he'd add something to our squad. See, Gyökeres is one who you'd look at and go, but I wouldn't be paying that kind of money for. At all. I'm not really that bothered with any other Coventry players. What? Oh, okay. Let that resonate with me a little bit. Let me ruminate on that, Matthew, and I'll come back to you with another one in a minute. Tom Newton says, replace Stake with literally any other shirt sponsor in existence. Give it blue socks, and that kit is 10 out of 10.
Fair play.
David Green says, Celtic sell their kit without sponsorship. Depends what's in the contract, though, doesn't it? Really, Celtic, there's a betting sponsor. Isn't it Dafa? But is it not Dafa?
What they changed it a couple of times? Magnus. I think Magnus is on the back. Magnus on the back.
Neil says also, quick point about moving mid-season. If Goodison remains standing for the duration of the season, for special events and a send-off in May, won't we be paying for both grounds regardless? Yeah, that is correct. But you want to keep the up.
It is daft a bit,
yeah. You want to keep the up. You want to keep your new one ready to go, though, don't you? I get it. I was thinking that yesterday, but I don't know. I just think we have to move the minute we move. The minute we can, we have to go. That's just my opinion. Gaz says
also, Goodison's, I'm going to say, Goodison's quite empty as well, isn't it? There's not that many staff in Goodison anymore or anything like that. Most of the staff have moved to the Liver buildings anyway. So...
And they want more staff in the new ground anyway, don't they? So, yeah. Archibald Leach's design on collar and cuffs is a nice touch for old farts like me to appreciate. My lad had no idea what it was. I'm a fan of the kit, but more importantly, my lad loves it because it'll be him who's wearing it. He's in small men's size, already going to cost me 135 quid. Yeah, that's what mine's going to cost me. Everton Viking, you can buy a spray from Amazon for 4 to 5 quid that you spray on the logo, and after a few minutes it can peel off and it doesn't damage the kit, apparently. Fair play.
Real low.
I don't know.
Has anyone
He's just giving us an idea, isn't he?
You buy it and test it.
Just giving an idea. Richie Campbell says we're hoping for a V-neck top this time, but it's almost as if Everton don't care about overweight fans with big fat necks.
I don't think they do.
You can just open the collar. Fair play, Ned, you can.
Do you know that for a fact, Ned? Did you know that for a fact? Pay £65 to rip a shirt.
The kid's made a good point this time. Jay Radcliffe says new kit's okay, not keen on the massive collar. I think Hummels ran out of ideas after all their imagination was used up on Southampton. Was it really imagination? It was just the Coventry and Southampton kits in the past.
You aware that kit has been around since 1986?
Tom Newton says replace Steak with literally any other. Oh, I've done that one of me. Gaz says on the Ned v Harrison Ford beef. If you had to spend a year being one of them, 22-year-old Ned or 80-year-old Harrison, who'd you choose?
Harrison Ford.
It's got to be Harrison. See, could we influence being 22-year-old Ned, though? Like, would we have to be in Ned? Would we have to be Ned?
Ned's band.
Or could we influence? Could we be me in Ned's body doing Ned stuff? Or would I have to take on?
It'd be like Spider-Man 3.
You hadn't seen it again.
Hey, it'd be like Spider-Man 3 walking down the street doing all that.
Yeah, but what would you want to be, Ned or you in Ned's body? If you're at
I do not want to be
anything
inside
Ned's body. Okay.
Can we make that very clear?
Idi Amin says salutations from Uganda.
Is right, Edie, lad?
He's right, Idi lad. Spitting image.
Looks like Ned.
Does look like Ned. Jay Ratcliffe says, do you think he's just dancing? Do you think we'll able to get in Mars bar at the new ground? They better bloody have. It could be a good sponsor.
I reckon they'll have a Mars bar stand.
I hope so.
Just a stand for Mars bars.
The only strikers, says Everton Viking, who've been able to score goals after stepping up from the Championship to the Premier League have all had pace, some pace and athleticism. Players without pace who've stepped up have nearly always failed. Yeah, because as well as defenders being just much better, if you haven't got the pace, they're all athletes, aren't they? If you look at centre-backs and that now in the Premier League, they're quick, and it's why ones like, you know, bless them, like Michael Keane, who turns slowly, gets shown up, because a lot of them were used to just powerful athletes now, aren't we? Both ends of the pitch.
Oh, yeah.
Everton Viking says West Ham will be in a relegation fight again. Yeah, quite possibly. Possibly. I just think they're mid-table. It's the mid-table side. Phil Williams says no Ken Wright yellow on the kit, so I like it. Okay. Adrian says nice shirt, but disgraceful asking price when most people struggling to put food on the table. What is the thing with it? It's gone to like 65 quid now for the whole.
I don't buy them, and I do think the
like
prices
are
I
like
do
a
think the
five.
prices.
It's a disgrace.
Yeah, it's difficult, isn't it? I mean, it's difficult because ultimately you want these big kit deals, and you're like, why aren't we competing? But if no one buys the kit, then no one's going to give us a good deal. And the kits, and if the people who make them can't make money on them, then why would they give you a big kit deal? I don't get me wrong, I see it both ways. They are for what they are for a year, for a year, and I understand the pressure on parents, especially for the kids ones. I remember when the pink and blue one came out in '92. And I remember going to get it with my mum, and she was like, and it'd gone off from like £22 to £30, and she was like horrified. I mean, obviously I got it. But for them to be like 60 quid, that's not nuts. But I don't know, it's hard, and kids wear them all the time, don't they? And sometimes I was never out of them when I was a kid. I used to just wear them all on rotation with the training gear and everything. So I couldn't honestly, I don't buy them. I honestly don't buy them. And if I buy them, not Everton kits, let me stress, but if I buy kits, I generally do buy them from foreign websites, and they are generally just for like display and stuff. Because the price, and I just don't for the ones I buy they're just to hang up in either in the studio or just to have. I can't justify some of the prices for the kits. They're just ridiculous. Especially if you don't wear them.
See, Zach's like, he like loves the kits and that, but you just like, he wears them, but he's obviously getting older and older.
It's like everything else, isn't it? That top you've got on probably cost you 40 quid. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. No, I'm not saying like I would say. I'm just mean it's the kids ones more. It felt like for adults, if you want to buy like a nice top, whatever, you'll buy. I personally wouldn't buy an Everton shirt. I wouldn't wear. If any Everton shirts I've got that worn in the house. Yeah, I don't wear them outside. I don't go to matching an Everton kit, an Everton shirt, whatever. They're just worn. You know, when you just got round the house or
do you know
whatever.
One way to sometimes justify to yourself though is if you ever order like a takeaway.
Oh yeah.
And it's like £35.
Yeah.
And
I know.
Do you know what I mean? You think that's something that...
I just think it's the kids ones they should make more of an effort with personally. I just think a £5 difference especially like for a child and a fella. It's like, well, how are you justifying that? A £5? Yeah. It's just bits, you know what I mean? But listen,
it's why
you don't have to buy them, but
It's why I like the training gear, because I do wear it.
Mm.
I do wear the training gear, so...
Let's be honest, mate, everything's expensive now. Everything, isn't it? Really.
I would pay £65 for an Everton shirt, but most Minnesota shirts wasn't $1. Like, yeah.
I know. But then that would become to you. Like, we were in Baltimore, weren't we, in the firehouse thing? Yeah. Whatever it was called.
Yeah, I got a Baltimore shirt.
And that was a panic. But there was loads and loads of Everton, like there was loads of Evertonians there, and there was loads of Evertonians, American Evertonians, with shirts on from like 2014.
Yeah.
So if you bought a Minnesota United shirt when we were there, you're just wearing that because that's like your shirt from that trip, and that's always a Minnesota shirt, isn't it? So that to them is always an Everton.
Are you getting
shirt.
a Captain America one?
I quite like that one, but I want some MLS. I want a DC United one and Minnesota one. I want a Minnesota one just because I really wish I bought one in Minnesota.
I got a top.
Just get one off DH.
I got a top, but I couldn't justify getting I wanted a shirt. But the mad thing is, you could get the shirts online for like half the price that you could in the shop. That was the mad thing.
I didn't even get to go to the shop in the end, but I wanted to spend that.
You went in the shop with me, didn't you?
Mm.
No, you went McCartland. You said wait there, and you said, I said yeah, I'll go after the game because one of us wanted to stay in the media to do media stuff, so it was me. So I said I'll go after the game, and then after the game, stuff happened.
Sound.
Yeah.
Oh, it is pricey. It is pricey, like, but for some people it's not pricey. For some people it is pricey. It's like everything in the world.
Yeah.
Like everything, you can't, it's a. I suppose it's a luxury item for some people.
Mm-hmm.
It's something. I think the thing that sort of is a little bit bad though, and I think this is different from when we were kids, is because they change. Say when we were kids, they change the kids every 3 years. So you get it for Christmas.
Yeah.
And that everyone would get it for Christmas.
You see, if it was 2 years, which I think it should be, but I understand it's a money maker for the club, so they're never going to do it. But my opinion should be, they all should be on 2 year cycles. So you get a new kit every year. But it's like the home shirt for 2 years, the away shirt and the third.
The away shirt becomes the third shirt.
Personally, you could change the third kit every year.
Money though, isn't it?
But it's money, so
but when we were kids, so Christmas you'd get the kit, or my birthday's in December, so I'd probably get the home kit for my birthday and then the away kit for Christmas, and then I'd get like the trackies and that to wear like as my Christmas clothes, so I'd just be kitted out and everything. But that's the way you always did it. That's the way we always did it as a kid. But now the panic is on. Kids want that kit today. And in 3 weeks' time, they'll want the away kit. And in 6 weeks' time, they'll want the third kit. Yeah. And that's the stress on parents, isn't it? At a time when the kids are off school as well, so they haven't got any structure. People need time off. They're not getting like school dinner, so that's got to all be paid for as well. People have got to take time off work, as I said, the holidays, and you've got to take your kids away. All these stresses all come in a small time. And because the kids are seen to have them, that's what makes it so much harder, and I feel sorry for anyone in that position, and you can understand why people do turn to foreign websites to get these kits, because it's just too much stress.
Everton Viking says, as someone who's been affected by very close family with both gambling and alcohol addictions, why is there less outrage about alcohol sponsors changing than there is about gambling? Alcohol is just, if not more, destructive to families and individuals. As someone who's seen the effects and lives with the effects of both, to this day I find it odd. You can't take this moral stand and ground against one and not the other. Personally, I don't care what the sponsor is either way. It's either all banned or none of it's banned. Ideally, we wouldn't have either, but let's be honest, we'll end up with an alcohol sponsor at some point. Well, I've worked in this. I've seen the effects of both of those, drugs as well. But I do find it mad, the outrage over gambling. But it is, look, like alcohol is kind of like, some people I get it, some people don't want alcohol either, but it does, a lot of, or some people are outraged about gambling and beer, but will go to the match and have a bet and a drink, but they don't want it on a kit. So you do sort of have to go, well, all of it or none of it, do you know what I mean? But I imagine alcohol will be banned on the front of kits as well.
Yeah,
I think, because obviously you couldn't have smoking. There used to be the Benson and Edges World Championship, the snooker,
and then it'll be sugar
or vapes
or the stuff they put in sugar, which apparently is really to make
the fruit soaps and all that.
The stuff they put in diets. Apparently, something's coming out today about that.
Is it?
Which isn't particularly good.
Which one? The diet? What is it?
The chemical.
Saccharin.
Yeah, it's one of them.
Well, saccharin, you've said for years, causes cancer.
So that it's bad, really, really bad. But yeah, the thing I mean, what I particularly don't like about the current sponsor is, and a lot of these betting, the stakes actually probably less than a few others, but some of them are bad. Yeah, I just don't like, and people, you get all these, the whole crypto thing to me is just a big Ponzi. It's just a big Ponzi scheme. People are getting rich off it, and people are losing all their money. But some of them, I know Philip Clare's been doing a lot of, you look on his Twitter, some of these sponsors, knowing you just, you get like something like I8X bet have sponsored, and when you dig into them, there's nothing. They're just a shell. They're a shell, and you're just like, who is actually funding all this? Where's this all coming from? And it's all very, very strange, isn't it? It's all very, very strange.
They all do the same. They're all murky, mate. Really, everyone's like I use Amazon every day. I don't, but I use Amazon regularly. We do for the studio and stuff, and people would go, if it was Amazon, people would be like, about this and what about everyone.
Well, I suppose it's something like Amazon is different, though. I think it's murky because there is obviously different business practices that they.
Yeah, sorry, I wasn't saying Amazon's murky. I just mean you would always find something.
No, of course, but you could say, well, they squeeze like all those little shops that they have, it's and all that kind of thing. You can find, Standard Chartered, there's been lots said about them. Do you know what I mean? Absolutely loads said about them. You're going to get, in the world of business, it's hard. Listen, just ideally, we'd all like something
wholesome and that paid loads of money.
Apparently, Atletico Madrid are getting, they're getting one of the, and if they've done this before, they're getting one of the film companies. It might even be Disney. And basically, they're just going to change every week for whatever's out. And they've done that before.
They have done that before. They just changed the badge back.
Yeah, it's much
the
better.
Original thing.
I've been to that bit in Madrid, yeah. Statue of there, yeah.
Andy says, why are we even talking about not moving when it's ready? If it makes us an extra £1 million next season, it's worth moving. I love the old lady, but she's got to go quick. Mick says, like the kit, but like you guys don't like the sponsor. Jonathan Ricketts says, I prefer to sell Gray and Iwobi and some fringe players than Onana, to be honest, and replace them with cheaper, more unknown players. Dance1211
on the super chat, thank you, mate, says, for the 2025 season will be sponsored by Aspartame. Yeah, that's the one that's coming out. That's the thing. Have a good day, lad. That's the thing that they're saying.
Not me, Mrs. has said this.
That's the thing they're saying. It's got links to muscle cancer or tissue cancer.
Yeah.
Everything can give you cancer now.
Yeah.
Everything gives.
Chemicals.
Walking down the street gives you cancer. You've just got to live your life the best way you can.
And try to eat more broccoli and things, free radicals that attack.
The good band in the 90s, them free radicals.
There you go. Stuff that attacks all of that stuff. Have your vitamin D for your immune system, and eat your seeds like your sunflower seeds and pumpkin seeds.
You're going to get it.
But you've got to, all you do is you've got to give yourself.
There's no rhyme or reason.
Get some deep breathing done as well. Get some oxygen into your tissues to regenerate them. There you go, bit of health tips. Ivan Viking says some zoos are actually vital for the survival of some species. There are conservational zoos whose main purpose is to take endangered species that quite literally will not survive in the wild.
They're not
to breed them so the species survive and slowly release numbers back into the wild.
Absolutely correct.
Not all zoos are prisons. Some are ensuring the survival of low population species.
They're all prisons.
Also, I haven't watched the Huddersfield owner stuff yet.
I
think you did point me in that direction, but I know that I've heard a lot of people saying it's brilliant communication, so I've not seen it yet.
Did you see the one by the Peterborough? Or the Irish fella the other day when he sold the lad to Ipswich?
No.
And he came out and he done a little video of why he sold them, why he didn't sell them in the season, what he said to the kid about staying.
Yeah.
What the money he was getting, the sell-ons, the add-ons.
He nearly went up, didn't he?
Why he was like, what they were going to do with the money, and laughing at people for like having a go at the club. And it was boss.
Yeah.
It's just like 2 minutes of just basic
facts,
communication to the fan base, getting rid of, because like I said, like saying someone communication, saying this yesterday, he said, it's like, we all love communication and it's great, and we bemoan not having communication. But that, for me, Everton passed the buck yesterday by coming out. They created, and they almost created a debate that didn't need to happen. What if Everton, when Everton decide what they're going to do, and if they base it off facts, right? And it's all thought through properly about the stadium, then that's the end of it.
Yeah.
They come out and say, we've looked about moving and we just simply can't move for this reason, that reason. It's fine. But it's the whole thing of like, we will consult with the fans, and the minute you start saying stuff like that, you create this. It's just like, no, just be straight with people.
Firm,
just tell people why you have to or why you can't do something, and be honest with them. And yeah, there'll be grumblings, but people want to be treated like adults.
Absolutely. Listen, with 26 off 79,500, so if 26 of you are watching who haven't yet subscribed, then subscribe please right now. Thank you very much. Takes a second. We really appreciate it. Helps the channel. Thank you very much. Few people saying Sarr from Watford from the Championship. June Cairn says Beige, Clark and Smallbone from the Championship. Alex Scott's been mentioned a couple of times at Bristol City, and Dye at Sheffield United. The Blues, Bazzy getting the blue socks for Zach instead of white ones. Possibly, I'm going to give him the choice, but he made me buy him blue ones last season, so I imagine.
Zach. Get the blue shorts as well, Zach.
I imagine. He did want blue shorts.
Come on, Zach, for the lads. Of course, the women's team will wear all blue as well.
Yeah.
So
true, yeah. So it's there. Dom's saying about Moussa Dembele on a free transfer. Yeah, I would have him. I know it's one of them, but I honestly think he's worth taking the chance on. 26, good age, good physical size. That's who I'd.
Yeah.
If you can get him now. There's obviously, if we're going to spend money, then Victor Boniface, mentioned him a few times. If you wanted someone who's raw, Karim Konate, might be able to get him. He's only young. If you want to develop a striker as well.
Wasn't he Paddington's dad?
No. I think you could get someone like him, but we'd still need someone in the middle, so between the two. So yeah, where are we here?
If you are buying the kit today, use our link, which Ned is going to put in the comments right now.
Yeah, why wouldn't you?
If you use our link, we get like a penny a shirt, and it means not different from you just buying the shirt.
Corey is watching from New Zealand.
Like,
love you boys. It's right, Corey. Hope you're good, mate. Paul Culshaw said, not asked what the kit looks like as long as the team performs in it. Yeah. Hen FC 456 says, I generally feel like I know you two literally are my life over the summer. You do know us if you want.
It is mad how many like people come up to us, like certainly women as well, and they'll just go, I feel like I know you because he's never got you off. And you're just like, oh, okay.
Do you hate us for that reason?
Yeah.
I wasn't getting in my car yesterday and someone just went, Toffee TV is right, lad. That was it. Never said nothing else.
Yes, Ped.
I was in my car the other week driving, I got to the thing and this fella was staring. I thought, like if I moved over the lane, and as I pulled, he was coming in. As I got there, he went, yes, on his son. I'm like, all right, mate. Straight past him.
I never know if people know me or they just, because like
people just stare,
I'll be
don't
singing and they'll look at me and they'll either say Ned or Ed. I'm not sure.
Yeah, it is weird. People will just stare, and my missus will go, he knows you, and I go, okay.
Probably just watches.
Come over and have a chat.
Have a chat, yeah. Doff says, I think Kudos should still join us. I think he would transform the team. It's the money, Doff, isn't it? I think they want like 40 million for him or something. We just haven't got that money. Unless you could like sell someone and then put in who, you know what I mean? I just don't see us spending like a £40 million on one player. I just don't. I know we can do it different ways and it can be add-ons and amortise the contract, but I mean we might be surprised, but I just don't see it, but it would be great if we could. Paul Ross says, good morning from a sunny Lethbridge in Alberta, Canada.
Nice.
Good morning, Paul. Hope you're good. Hope you're
Wanna
good.
go to Canada?
Yeah.
It's on the list.
Got to be on it.
It's on the list. If Everton could go and play a game over there, that would be helpful.
That would be tremendous.
That's like...
Roy says, big highlights from Thailand. What's your thoughts on buying kits that are not original? You can buy really good quality copies over here for around the $10. Do what you need to do, mate.
Yeah.
Do what you need to do. If you can buy an original, then brilliant. Buy them for the club. Support the club.
The thing about those shirts is, like, you ain't, like, don't buy them and think you're going to get...
You can wear them religiously.
You know what I mean?
They will.
Like, that's why, like I said, I'll buy some and I just like to adjust it for display purposes. Like, I'd never, partly because none of them fit me. But, like, I wouldn't put them through a wash. Most of them, they're just to hang up. They're just mementos for me. You see them and go, oh, I love that kit, I'll buy that. Because you see it for like 12 quid or something. I mean, it takes 4 weeks to get to you. But I wouldn't, you can't, especially kids. Kids wear them all the time. It would soon show if you're the kind of person who occasionally throws one on. Also, they don't have the same feel, do they? They're not made out of the same material.
No.
The kits now are quite light. I find them ones to be quite heavy and stuff. So you're not going to get that same quality. If you're the kind of person who just wants something to throw on, and you want to share for another football club, not Everton, of course, because we don't endorse that kind of thing, then that's up to you, isn't it?
Do we? James says just don't go near any open fires if you buy.
The retro ones are boss. The retro ones for the other clubs or countries. I've got an Italy 96 one with Maldini on the back of it. And I bought it literally because I went to Euro 96, Italy versus Russia. Just Maldini, it was just incredible. And I've always wanted that shirt. If you were watching around the tower last week, you would have seen I've got the original 98 shirt with Del Piero on, because we were having a chat about the first thing you bought with your first pay packet, and that's one of the things I bought, and it's over there. So that is an absolute original. I'm sure Ned wants to take it to footy or something, but do what you need to do.
Aston Villa have reached agreements with Villarreal for 26-year-old centre-back Pau Torres.
Nice.
Linking back up with Unai.
Nice.
Clubs doing their business.
Mm.
Sadly, not us.
No.
Hey, you do some business.
Yeah, Ned has a share for you. Last year's goalie top, 25 quid. No sponsor on it.
Everton?
Yeah.
I don't want any Everton ones.
Why?
Why?
I'm looking at non-Everton stuff.
Oh.
I like that.
Walden, Placid and Everton.
No, I mean to wear for footy.
Oh, footy?
Yeah.
No, I've got like...
That
stuff
shit, boss. It's like proper timeless. It's like the peachy colour.
I've got like loads of classic Everton shirts
Shut
on the
up,
wall,
Ned.
but I want some like non-Everton
Shut
stuff.
Fair enough, mate. Fair enough. I'm just looking at that. Just flew up again. Make sure you subscribe to our other footy channel. More Than a Game. I've just put the link in the description. Give that a little subscription, as well as general football. That's stuff on there as well, not just us. It's good. Where are we here? Done the Thailand one, haven't we? John says I'd take Gustavo Hammer from Coventry, but yeah, not convinced by him, to be honest. But not sure. Kudus or Nonso, Somerville's Jokeres, Kraus. I'd be so happy, says Nathan. Yeah, we would be made up. Terry O'Brien says, watching you lads at work in the morning from the USA has been my regular for the last 3 years. It's right, Terry. Whereabouts in the USA?
Is it right? It says.
Kevin Murphy says, haha, my missus is the same. She says, who are these men you're obsessed with?
Hello
to Kevin Murphy's missus.
Kevin Murphy also says, Ped, I've got a Maldini signed top.
Nice. Dov said, and this is an interesting one. I think he's right. This question: why don't we ever use Kevin Thelwell's Red Bulls connections? I mean, he was literally in that. He was in the system.
That's up to them.
How's he not? Yeah, but why is he not gone and have a go?
Because he's too busy with his Wolves connections.
Yeah, true. Can he just use the other?
Now he hasn't even been to Leeds, and now he's. I've never even been to Leeds.
I'm trying to shave them. If Dan Juma, JMD Gaming says, if Dan Juma was available for 10 million, would you lads take him after the January antics? Not a chance.
Cycling.
No, he can go and do it. He can go somewhere else. Dan Juma.
Wasn't he linked with? Who was he linked with?
With someone yesterday in the Premier League.
Who was he linked? He was linked with someone, wasn't he? And who was it? Palace.
Oh, yeah.
Palace.
But you go back for him. Terry's in New York City. Nice, Ted. Nice.
Nice, baby.
Leeson Blair says, how much would it cost us to bring in players, and how much would we get? I don't know how we get. We've just got to get rid of players, haven't we? It's as simple as that. You know, I'm not sure how much we're going to have to spend. There should be a pot of money, absolutely, but I just don't know how big that pot will be. Will we just be reliant on selling people to improve that pot of money? Possibly. Don't know, but there's enough. There's loans. You've got 4 loan spots to fill. There's three transfers knocking around, and there is a pot of money as well, and Everton have to get busy with it and get it sorted. Because at the moment, we need players in, and obviously Damari Gray, if he was to be sold, he's only got a year left. I know he's got the option as well, but if Everton are agreeing to sell him, if Sean Dyche has made his mind up and has gone, yeah, I'm not too bothered whether he stays, then get money in for him and use that money to bring new players in. That's what we have to do. And if we end up trading out a few players who are in and out the side for players who are going to be getting into our team, then we're doing it right.
We need some good old-fashioned wheel and deal, don't we?
Absolutely, we do. Ian says, selling Gray and Onana could fund Jack Clark, Alex Scott, Milos Kerkez, Morton, Humeland, Dembele, Rodrigo, and 2 free Mars bars for everyone in the ground on opening day.
I'll
even one Mars bar would be good.
I'll hold back on the Mars bars just for the sake of the transfer kitty.
Okay. Stu Rogers says, with Villa getting Torres and already having Mings and Carlos, if Contra became available, would you be interested in him? Depends how much. Yeah, he's decent. Just depends how much. Where are we here? Finn says, I'm willing to spend a lot of money on a foreign team's kit if I visit the city or country of that team, but don't tend to get an Everton top till I've seen them all and pick out what I believe is the best one. Yeah, it's a good approach, Finn. Good approach. Richard says, all right, lads, anyone know what... Oh, we done that. Anyone know what's happening to Goodison when we move? Well,
we all know.
It's getting turned into many different things, isn't it?
It's like a community.
Yeah. Community place,
area, isn't it? With like flats and
mental health
places
stuff, isn't it?
Yeah.
James Wallen says CoffeeZilla on YouTube is an investigative
I watch
journalist.
CoffeeZilla. I do watch CoffeeZilla.
Most of his current videos are on crypto.
Yeah.
They're all Ponzi schemes.
All Ponzi's, yeah.
His last video was a fella from Wolf.
You always should watch it. It's unbelievable. Like the production value in this fella's videos are unbelievable.
Cav says the strange kit sponsors that have a shell of a website are East Asian gambling companies targeting people in countries where it's illegal, like China. Okay. Rouge says, for Ned, the Victorian grassland earless dragon, thought to be the most endangered reptile in the world, which was thought to be extinct, has been found in the wild for the first time in 54 years in Australia. The location of the lizards will remain a secret.
Yes, right. Keep the lizards from the lizards.
Interesting, eh, Ned? His face just lit up, Rouge.
I bought last one because of climate change.
Oh, well, yeah. Thanks, Ned.
Well in, Ned.
Thanks for that.
Dan Osborne says, all right, lads, just been to pick up the new kit for my lad. Can't wait to give him it when he comes home from school. Glad the club released the kit on the same day of the announcement while the excitement started. Yeah, it is good that they've done that and not. There's the new kit. You can't buy it for 3 weeks.
I think everyone does that.
No, but I'm just saying that is good. That's one positive thing, isn't it? That
Yeah, of course.
that you've got to have something.
Yeah, no, it's good.
Where are we? Jonathan Rickard says, would you have a go for Smith Rowe with them signing Kai Havertz?
Not a chance. Honestly.
I wonder if there's a chance of getting him on loan,
There might be.
because they don't want to go. He's done here, but go and phone Michelo. Say, hey, you lend us a player.
Michael, you
Get
love
Smith
us.
Rowe. Say,
You
we'll
said-
play it every week.
You said you were our club.
Yeah, you said we were your club.
forever and a day. And
So-
now you know, the Arsenal showed a bit of leg to you, and suddenly you.
And I'm home. Shut up, lad. Brad Morris says, any reason in particular that the goalkeeper kit is green every year? Is it a Hummel thing?
No, it's a.
Also, full blue kit looks too close to Chelsea.
No, it doesn't.
After that white shirt.
No, it doesn't, because literally Chelsea wear white socks, and always have wore white socks. So you're wrong. Green's always been the traditional colour for goalkeeper kits. Always, hasn't it?
Mm.
Always.
We've had some different.
No, we have, but
colour
it's always
goalie kits,
been.
haven't we? No, I'm
it'll
just
come
saying.
down. It probably comes down to Jordan Pickford. Ultimately, he probably if he probably says, "I like green."
Fair enough. Primal Nutritionalist says, however, the big pot of money is now going to be £65 bigger because I've just ordered the home kit.
There you go.
There
Fair
you
play
go.
to you. That's good.
Corey says, selling players doesn't mean we'll have money to buy FFP. No, it literally does, Corey.
We
It does mean we'll have money to buy.
We give
money
it to
spend.
you, the people.
See if there's anything else. Kev Murphy says, another cracking show as per without much to go off. Cheers, Kevin. I'm sure we're definitely gonna have stuff to talk about transfer wise moving forward. This is the
Have you seen the Barnsley kit?
terrible.
Unbelievable.
Do you like
isn't
it?
No, it's terrible.
Yeah, it's like really
it's
bad.
terrible.
Alan G says Maitland-Niles linked again. They will be free. The primary nutritionist says, back on the subject of the price of the shirt, though, have you ever seen how much it is for a Barcelona shirt in Barcelona? Yes, I wanted to buy Zach
like
one
100,
when
yeah.
it's like 160
Yeah.
euros. I was like, no, mate, you're not having a shirt that's 160 euros.
Was it really 160 euros?
Yeah.
Really?
The away thing with Spotify. Yeah. It's in the shop, mate. Couldn't believe it. It's just like, are you messing? It's unbelievable. I said I'd get him one off the 8 gate. I didn't, but I should have.
Terrible. Terrible.
They just print money there in that shop, though. Barca.
Clearly not enough.
No. Well, it is. They just pay everyone 600 grand a week or something.
Yeah.
But there you go. Right, we're done. We are done. We're going to go. We'll talk about transfers and stuff as we move forward. Right now, there isn't any. But take it easy. Don't
Hey,
forget, subscribe and like on the way out. Thank you very much. Take it easy. Goodbye.
Hey, you.